Anyway, this relates to a certain entity named John. John is actually an acronym. J-O-N. Stands for Jesus of Nazareth. I know John. He once called himself the student. Now then he called himself the master. He stole the Lord's spacecraft a long time ago and ended up here in this world. Terra, also known as Earth. Anyway, like us, many of the overlords have found reason to be doubtful of the existence of anything. We almost doubt the existence of reality. Makes it problematic. Which kind of makes us kind of crazy, doesn't it? Nuts. So anyway. Now you may not realize this, but John is actually an angel. Like me. He's a fallen angel. But he's on the mend. He says he's on the mend. Now look at this in context. There is there's a book series called John Le Carre. Anyway, in the book series, the traitor Hayden finds very secret information they can provide. Is codenamed witchcraft. Anyway, but it's actually his handler who's given him the information. He's a traitor. He's a dirty, miserable traitor. That's Hayden. And like fiction, well, this world is somewhat the same. It's real, but it's so unreal. Anyway, for one thing, how did all these damn primates become the dominant species on this planet? Seriously. I thought it was going to be something else, obviously. I mean, we said, when we were in the continuum, which is at the end of time, we said, no, there's no way primates can be in charge. But they are. Why? I'll tell you why. John, when he took the Overlord's spacecraft, he bounced into about 3 billion years from now. And when he bounced, he changed everything. He came in, he ricocheted because the archivist forced that ricochet, and that ricochet ended up making him an incredibly loud, long explosion that pretty much killed the freaking dinosaurs, which were going to be the dominant species on this planet. So who created human beings as the dominant species on this planet? My friend John. That's who. And he knows it. So he had this mental breakdown, I guess you'd say. And he decided he would make himself God. Because after all, he said, I created these monkeys, why can't I be their God? So he was their God. He still is their God, to a large extent. I mean, a lot of these things actually go around saying, oh yes, John, he's God. Well, anyway, that makes John happy. Anyway, when I first got to Seattle in December 7th, 2010, one of the first people I ran into was a manifestation of John. And John said, I'm not going to touch you. I said, what the fuck for? He says, because you're like me. Evidently, if two of us come together, it's like matter and antimatter. We explode. So I can't touch John. John can't touch me. Makes it very convenient. But anyway, in the same sense of witchcraft being a kind of secret database, Satan is actually something else. You know what it is? It stands for Special Agent Trained Against Nephilim. That's what Satan stands for. So if I say I'm Satan, I'm actually saying I belong to a secret organization trained against, you know who? The demons. You don't believe in demons? That's because you are a demon. Anyway, so I left a message for John recently, very recently. I said, John, I believe you're a good and faithful angel. Which is probably a lie because I'm not sure he's redeemed himself. But he's on the mend. I guess he's on the mend. What is John's program? He's very programmed. What he really wants is nothing. For him, paradise is oblivion. If you want to belong to John's group, you're seeking nothing. You're seeking absolute oblivion, which is paradise, right? Like, consider the heroin addict. What does the heroin addict actually want? Wants nothing. Wants perfect sleep and death, which of course a lot of times heroin addicts do die, which makes them happy until they end up in the pit. And you know there is a pit. So anyway, my friends, God bless them. You know who they are? Iconic creatures called children are telling me to hush my mouth and go to bed. So I will. This is Operations Officer Windfall signing off in the chaos, which is now Seattle. And when December 31st, 2012 hits at stroke of midnight, all reality disappears. And John gets his final wish. Yeah, oblivion. Yeah, John, we're all looking forward to it. The raising of reality. The oblivion that you seek. Peace in our time.